Press record.
Hello everyone, my name is Tyler, and today we are going to discuss the concept of Braille and a specific device called a Braille Note. Now, to begin with, what is Braille? You may be thinking to yourself, well, not thinking to yourself, Braille is a series of raised bumps that blind people feel with their fingers. And it is one of the most fantastic and liberating inventions in my opinion, of all time, because it allows us as blind users to have just as much information, and we can read, not as just as much information, but we can have information given to us almost instantaneously. With the invention of Braille displays, it allows us to have sorry, I got distracted. It allows us to have instantaneous Braille. For example, this is a refresher Braille device, and right now I am currently reading this is 18 cells. I'm currently reading a command right here on the Braille display. It is hooked up to my Mac, so when I move my Mac's cursor...
End meeting, Command Q. You are currently on a button. To click this button, press Control, Option, Space. Pause/stop recording. You are currently on a button. To click this button, press Control, Option, Space.
It is currently showing me in Braille what the Mac just said. So I have tactile access to what the Mac is saying. And the best part about this Braille display, see the keys? I can type on this, should I so choose, to control my Mac. I can type in Word on this display, there, I think that's good, on this display, where I don't have to utilize the QWERTY keyboard, or the keyboard that is generally used on Mac devices. I can use the display to actually type. Now, that's really cool. It gives me more flexibility, more access to Braille content instantaneously on my Mac. Everything that the Mac says, everything the Mac has access to, everything VoiceOver speaks, and by the way, this is VoiceOver.
Open chat panel. You are currently on a button. To click this button, press Control, Option, Space.
Everything that VoiceOver says, I have access to on the Mac. I have access to in Braille. That is the best part, in my opinion, of Braille displays. Now, today's video is not just about Braille, it's about a specific Braille display. This is the Braille Note Apex. And personally, this device, hold on, I'll give you a grand tour. Back. There's the charging port and the portable SD card and the very flippy other thing, strap thing. There's the reset button and the switch. Look at that. Microphone jack, headphone jack. And this is the display. This display, you might be thinking to yourself, is much bigger. Hold on. Let me grab it again. Much bigger than the other one. You got this one. And you have this one. This one, the refresher Braille, is 18 cells. So I have access. I can only read 18 cells of text. The Braille Note is 32 cells. Now, this whole video is about the Braille Note and its wonderful features. because it's a lot more than just a Braille display. I can hook it up to my iPhone and have a Braille output for my iPhone if I so choose. I can hook it up to the Mac, just like the refresher Braille that I have hooked up to the Mac right now. I could hook it up and have Braille output if I so choose. But this is much more than that. The refresher Braille, all it can do is hook up to the Mac and give me Braille output and Braille input. The Braille Note can do so much more. So let us cover what the Braille Note can do, shall we? The Braille Note has access. Let me bring it here. Turn it on. Oh, let me go to the main menu. No. Oop. Whoops. I gotta get something done first. Okay. I had to do something. Sadly, my Braille Note is old. This one has lasted me. I got it in 2012. I got the Braille Note in 2012, and it still kind of works in 2017, almost 2018. It's probably going to still work in 2018, but that's 6 years. Sadly, the Braille display went kaput when I tried to give it a wash for its on-camera interview, and the Braille display kind of went kaput, but at least speech still works. But that's why I brought the refresher Braille, so I could show you what a Braille display is, what it does, and what it shows. Okay. Now what can this device do? I'm going to put it down because it's not awkward to hold it, but it's just kind of weird. What can this device do? Well, the first and most important thing the Braille Note can do is it is a task manager. First thing it can do is it can allow me, when I was in college, it allowed me to write papers. I could write as many papers as I wanted on the device, fully in Braille. In Braille and input Braille, output Braille. That's huge. I could write what I wanted, input Braille, write what I wanted, output Braille. But here's where it gets great. Sighted teachers, you don't read Braille. You can't read, well, you could. You can be taught to read Braille visually. But if I gave you an assignment in Braille, you would never be able to read it, sadly. So the Braille Note's greatest feature, in my opinion, is its ability to write in Braille files, yet when it comes to sending these files to professors or to whomever I'm working with, it opens them it can send them in the following formats: DOC, TXT, RTF, and WordPerfect. For those that don't know, WordPerfect is what? Oh, turned it off. Oops. Look that up. It doesn't. WordPerfect, not many people use WordPerfect that I know of, but at least it can read and write in it can write in DOC and read in DOC. It can also read in PDF, provided provided the PDF can be copied and pasted. We at DRS have a lovely video that explains what a text selectable PDF is versus a non-text selectable PDF and how to test. I will give you a quick brief overview of of how to recall what a text selectable PDF is versus not text selectable. If you can copy it and paste it into a Word document, it is text selectable. If you cannot, it is not. The Braille Note cannot read non-text selectable PDFs. Now, why is this? This is because that text, while it is there in the non-text selectable PDF, it is there, but it is not, but it is a picture. And the Braille Note doesn't do well with pictures for obvious reasons. Why would a device need to read a picture? And it doesn't have the ability, it doesn't have the technology to abstract, to take out pictures, text from images. Why would it? Why would we need that? So it can also read. You can also write read HTML files, as well as the standard TXT and rich text format RTF files. It can also open PPTX files for PowerPoint. Now, while that is great, and what it can do is outstanding, it has all other features that I personally use way more than any others. Besides writing documents, it can also check my email. I can also check my email for those assignments that teachers send me. I can also use it to keep an appointment. Say I have a meeting with a professor at noon. I can schedule that, and it will go off and have an alarm that will tell me, hey, you have 10 minutes to get over to your meeting with your professor. It can keep my address book. I can put professors' email addresses in the address book to save me headaches. I can read books off it, audio books, as well as DAISY or textbooks, or not just textbooks, DAISY books in general. It has a calculator on it where I can do basic arithmetic, like 6 plus 16 equals, well, let me show you. How am I going to do this? Let's see. Oops. 6 plus 16, by the way, equals 22. It has a file manager where I can copy, move, erase. I can copy, erase, move, browse files and folders and directories. I can handle all that. Now, while that sounds great, and it's very powerful, there are a lot of things, especially in the modern world. It has before I get to that, it has a web browser. The web browser is a wonderful, it has its drawbacks and its potentialities, its potential. Potential is, yes, I can research stuff on my own. I can Google who won the Trojan War if I so choose. I can Google that. The problem is, and we'll get to the issues in a minute, but at least I have access to the World Wide Web on my device. Let's see, what else does it do? Go to the file manager. It keeps time. It keeps the date. And those are pretty much the main features of the device. Now, here's a list of things it cannot do, unfortunately. It cannot do the following. Number one, it cannot play YouTube videos. And that's a shame because personally, I like a good YouTube video. I've found that I learn better using YouTube videos than pretty much anything else. But hey, it cannot play those because it doesn't have Flash. The web browser, I said the web browser is a benefit, but also a hindrance. Because the web browser is Internet Explorer 6. We are on Internet Explorer, what is it? As of November, this video is recorded in November. I don't think we're even on Explorer anymore. I think we're now on Edge or something more extreme like that. So I'm not on Explorer, which is interesting. Some websites work, some websites don't. It's hit and miss. Most of the time it's miss. I'm not afraid to say it. The device is clear. And I've asked the company that makes this is called Humanware. Love the company, don't get me wrong. Love them. Will plug them until the day I die. Support them 150%. But the device is out of date. Another thing it won't do, it won't let me edit, excuse me, Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides. It won't let me do that. A lot of students today use Google as a tool and use Google Docs, as a tool. And Google Docs, or whatever, it's a wonderful piece of equipment, but I can't use it. So I would have to have a workaround. What I would do is I would write what I want to say in a Word document, send it over to my cohort, my partner in this project, and have them post it for me in the Google Doc. That's at least it got done. I'll just say that. At least the product got done. So I can't play YouTube, can't go Google Docs. What else can't it do? Let's see. Oops. One other thing it can't do is it cannot open, read, or write in an Excel spreadsheet. However, earlier when I listed the files it can read and open, I was incorrect in saying it. I missed one. I'll admit it. It can also open CSV files. That's comma separated value files, which is kind of like Excel, I think. Yeah, it's kind of like Excel, but it's not Excel. Earlier, I listed all the files it could read. It can write in DOC, TXT, RTF, and WordPerfect, as well as text selectable PDF. I didn't say DOCX because it cannot read. It cannot write in DOCX. It can read DOCX, and that's a plus. But it cannot write in DOCX because, well, I don't know why, but it cannot write in DOCX. But at least it can read them, so we have that. Sadly, I can't make YouTube videos with it. I can't make videos of because I can't carry it around, hold it up to take a picture because it doesn't have a camera. It doesn't. It has a lot of things, but a camera is not one of them. Now this is the big one and the saddest one. As I said, I cannot update the web browser for the device. That's never been in doubt. Also, what I can't do is I can't download apps. There's probably apps out there that would make this device so much better, but I can't download them. I don't have access to apps. Another feature that doesn't work with is Dropbox or Google Drive. When I try and load Dropbox or Google Drive, let's see. Well, let me load. Okay, so I just typed in drive.google.com. Let's see what happens. I have to load the stinking. Well, I probably should have loaded the Wi-Fi before this happened, before I ran the video. My bad. Okay, so now it's connected, so now it's going to load Google Drive. The beeping you hear is, oh, it probably just proved me wrong. No, it didn't. Anyway, it doesn't like Google Drive. It didn't even really load the page. It had a text box that I could type in, but I couldn't do anything else with it. It had no buttons, no links, no nothing. So, no, it doesn't work with Google Drive or Dropbox. I've tested Dropbox. When I go to Dropbox to try and grab something from it, it says it doesn't. It says it can't open the page. And that's a problem. So what I would have to do to get around that little issue is have everything zipped and emailed to me. Yeah, so there's always that fun feature. I forgot to mention, this device does do audio really, 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 really well. Because it is, and we are going to talk about the different audio types it can open. Because we know that a lot of some teachers will probably try and send files through audio. Maybe video's not their favorite forte. Maybe video's not your medium, but audio might be. So these are the files that it will work with audio. It can play MP3 files, WMA files, WAV files, MPA files, and WMV files. I've never had it play a WMV file, but I've played a lot of MP3s, and it works wonderfully. So if you want a student who doesn't have other devices, but if you want a student to have access to content that's in audio format or can be easily converted into audio format, at least convert it into MP3, and you know the student's Braille Note Apex will play it. Now, this isn't the latest version of the Braille Note at the time of this video. In 2016, Humanware came out with a new device called the Braille Note Touch. The Braille Note Touch is the very first Google certified Braille tablet. That's what they're marketing it as. It has all those features that the Braille Note Apex does not, and you can download apps and have whatever other features you want. Isn't that great? Now, you might be thinking, well, why not just upgrade? Why not upgrade from this, oops, this to the touch? Well, the touch is not it's not normally priced. It's pricey. It's about $5,495 on Amazon. And that's actually quite normal for blindness products. That Braille Note alone on HumanWare's website, the Braille Note Apex, is about $4,000. That's actually normal for our product, for the products we use. Our specialized products are that expensive because they're so specialized. The blind community is such a small market that we need all of these products to, they need to make profit, and we are such a small niche minority, small minority, that they can charge whatever they want because there's very few companies making these products. Not fair, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, as it is. So I really hope this video was informative. I hope this video was helpful. And if you have any questions, I hope this video was helpful. So thank you and have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day.
Pause/stop end meeting. Pause/stop recording.